life in color. Everything around me looks so beautiful and sweet.
I'm currently at the University of the West Indies, Cape campus. I don't know if you guys know what that university is. Okay, so we have a branch in Suni-KO. I am currently doing a bachelor's degree in economics and accounting instead of major. I started the club very young, can't remember the age, but I've been in the club ever since. I've had various roles in the club, I remember them either. But one of them was treasurer, I'm pretty sure. And the club has shaped the person I have become. I just want to go back to myself. I live on Paget Farm in my church. You know, I don't know if many of you know, but my latest achievement was when I got valedictorian in college, the Division of Technical and Vocational Education. Those of you who don't know what a valedictorian is, basically it comes first. Everybody understand? So I captured the valedictorian title 3 times, primary school, secondary school, and in college. I'm hoping that it's the same way in university, but it's not going to be easy like any other thing else. You might be wondering, how did the police youth club shape me? Well, we used to have drills. I don't know if many of you know what that is, but drills used to be fun and hard at the same time. As in, you used to have to be doing jumping jacks and some other stuff, and the chubby ones them can't like me. I really do that. So it used to be tough, but it used to discipline us a lot. We used to have persons coming from different parts of the community to come and speak to us just as I am doing here. Most of you here are in grade 6. Any from high school students here? Raise your hand. Okay, so the rest of you are in primary school. Many of you might be wondering, I am not as bright. I am not the top student. That doesn't matter. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, girls' high school, they say it's the top school, right? That's what they say. But I never went to girls' high school. I went to Paget Farm, then I went to the Bequia Secondary, and I went to college. And I was in class with persons who are probably said girls' high school 15 subjects, 20, and I still came on top. It's all about discipline and how hard you want to get your success. You might be the person who might be coming third, fourth, even last in the class, but if you're consistent in working hard and putting your mind towards your goals, you can beat anyone in front of you. Trust me, it can happen. There were persons in primary school, students who came from New York. This girl beat me in first term. I came second term, I came second again. I'm like, nah, this girl can't come from New York and beat me. This scholar. So I ensured that third term I came first. And that's exactly what's happened. Many of you might not know what you want to do. Some of you might have specific subjects planning what to do. Most of your parents might probably decide the subject that you want to do. Is that correct? Most of your parents tell you what to do, not what to do. Any of you have your ideas what you want to become in life? Everybody or not? Those of you who don't have any plan whatsoever. Ending up against a tear. It is okay to not know what you want to do. But I am not telling you to slack off as in lack back, like relax. No. There are some students that I know who was in college, was in high school, did not know what they wanted to do. But you have to take a grip of yourself, sit down and say, boy, what do I want to do? What do I ask them? What do I like to do? Do I like to do maths? Most persons don't like maths. Do I like to do English? Do I like to dance? And speak to someone, whether Miss Joseph, and bigger students there, or myself, and say, tell me what you like, and then I can help you decide what you want to do. Because you don't want 5, 10 years down the road, you are doing something that you're not happy with. For example, there's a friend of mine, she did business studies in community. And this wasn't her choice. This is what her mom wanted for her. Unfortunately, she did not graduate. She failed the course and had to do it over. But she complained to me and said, I am not happy with this. This is not what I wanted to do. So she is still young. She has the opportunity to go back and do it again. I mean, it would require some funds. It would require some funds, yes, but at least it is what you want to do. Because when you reach, let's say, your parents decide, okay, I want my child to be a doctor, but you might want to be, you might want to be a manager. You go on to study medicine, you do your bachelor's, you do your master's, let's say you do your PhD, and then you're not happy. Yes, you're making the money, but you're not happy doing your work. You're not comfortable with it. You don't want that to be. Some of us have parents who are not quite understanding, but what I advise you to do, go to your parents and say, Mommy or Daddy, I know you want me to be doing XYZ subjects, but that is not my strong point, and I cannot handle that. And maybe if you go in that specific tone, they will understand. Sometimes it's not that they're going to tell you, no, it's how you present yourself to them. If you go in a rough tone, then they will not give you the best answer. But if you go calmly and say what you have to say, they will understand. Me achieving those titles wasn't easy. Yes, I had a lot of competition, but I was focused on what I wanted to do. From a very tender age, I don't know why yet, but I know I was going to do something great. I take the time to invest in myself, whether it be maybe when my timetable is from 1 to 12, something as simple as that. I might say, oh yeah, that's easy for me. But there are persons in university who cannot do simple quick maths just like that. Believe it or not. There's some persons who have from 12 and 12, they have to think. They should answer 144 immediately. Some of you here can master that. That is the foundation to getting where you have to get. You have to start somewhere. It might seem like something very simple as learning your timetables, but then when you go to high school, you might have to dissect a problem that is not just timetables only, but it's a combination. But if you do not know how to do simple multiplication, it would be hard. I know it might be hard for some of you because maths isn't your strongest point. And I'm not speaking about maths only. I'm talking about all the subjects. You need to start somewhere. If you're struggling with a specific subject, what I advise you to do is take some time, find someone you have us. Even if you don't have someone at home, the police youth club should be your second home. If you're having problems, you don't have anything with school, or maybe you may need some funds or something, the police youth club should be that place for you. I want you guys to feel like that. Not just see the police youth club as, oh, we're going on camp, oh, we're going Christmas program, oh, we're going such and such places. Don't think of it like that. Think of it as a place that you can grow. And also, the police youth club can expose you to a lot of persons who can help you a lot in your life. Believe it or not. Like when I was in high school and going on to college, I didn't hear any word of me getting a scholarship yet. I was wondering, boy, am I gonna get a scholarship to go to college? You know, because daddy told me after high school he can't fund it. So I'm like, boy, am I gonna get funds for this? One day I got a call stated, hey, you've been rewarded a scholarship for the fund. I was extremely happy. I did not know that these are persons who have been looking at me. The way how you conduct yourself out of school and inside of school is very important. When you take persons out watching you, might be, you know, you go to a party or something, but there are persons who are looking at you. Just remember that. And that said person can come and say, let's say you prefer, even if you don't get top, you might get second, third, or you might place to go to a town school, they might come and say, okay, let me fund your board for you. These are things that can happen and they will happen. Persons look at you. The police youth club, people look at students at the police youth club. I'm telling you that. They look at you. There are a person who wants us to fail, but we do not. I'm a member of the Police Youth Club, and look at where I am. Ever since I was in primary school, I received scholarship up till now. My latest scholarships that I received were two. I went to university with two scholarships. One of which is a tuition scholarship, and the other is a fully funded scholarship, all by the government. They pay for everything. My flights, my living expenses, my living expenses. And I'm gonna be honest with you, university is definitely an investment. It really is. Last semester only, I spent $20,000 for one semester. One semester. And I have to do 6 semesters. That is a lot of money. And that does not include me eating. It is a lot of money. But lucky me, my father don't have to spend even 1 cent. That is because of a scholarship. And each and every one of you in here can get that same thing. My education level was paid for me through other people, not my parents. My parents cannot afford to send me to university. They cannot. They cannot, I'm telling you. But I ensured that I was going to get to university and even get further than university. It's all about what you want. Sometimes, yes, you might be the brightest, as I'm saying. I know some persons say, oh, I can't be like she because I'm as bright as she. I wasn't all that bright, Believe it or not, I was not all that bright. But I had persons in my life who helped me. And I was the type of student, if I'm in class and the teacher or lecturer is saying something that I don't understand, I would immediately say, miss, I don't understand. Do not be afraid to say you don't understand. Education is very, 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 very important. You guys might not realize that now because you're young. And some of you are not as disciplined to know how important it is. But think of this. Most of you do not come from a rich family. I show you on a big house. I show you on a canteen. Live nice lives. Put that as your goal. Say, boy, let me put in the extra work to ensure that I have this. Let me put in the extra work to ensure that I don't have to be thinking about where the next bag of bread may come from. Or from living to hand to mouth. Nobody wants to live like that. Everybody wants to be great. But not everybody wants to put in the work to be great. Being great is not easy. It is not. You have persons who are not going to believe in you. Even if you have persons who don't believe in you, you have to believe in yourself. You have to be saying, I am going to get this. Let's say last time you got fourth. You said to yourself this time, I'm going to get third. Ensure that you move on. You compete with yourself. I used to compete with others. I used to, primary school, secondary school, kind of, from country. And then after that, I told myself that I'm going to compete with myself now. What do I mean by that? Let's say this term I got 94 as an average, and I got first. And let's say next term I got 93 as an average, but I still got first. You think I would be happy for that? No. Because I'm not beating myself. Yes, I beat everyone else, but that doesn't mean that makes me happy. Me being happy is me elevating myself one step further. That is how I make myself happy. And my strongest point, I would say, is maths. Hence the reason I'm doing econ and accounting. That's strictly maths. I have persons, and you guys are very privileged, because you're young, your mind is sharp, you can retain a lot, and retain information quickly. I have persons in my class who are older than Miss Joseph, who have sick coming to class weeks.
As God.
Seriously. I have a specific lady in my my statistics class. Her hand is disabled, and she walks with a stick. She's like, old man, she get ready. Alright, she comes to class every single day. She never missed a class. How I knew that because I never missed a class either. She was always there. She's always in the front row. Always, she's not in the back, She's always in the front. And at the end of our lectures, if she have questions, she would go to the lecturer. She wouldn't be ashamed because you have to spend money to get education. She know the value. Yes, she is old, but you can see that she know how important education is. Maybe in the past she played around with it, and then later on she realized that one, I really need this education because she has to be determined to be at that age and come to class. And when you're older, you can't remember things easily. I'm not sure if she passed the course because I don't really have her contact. But her being consistent showed me that she really wanted to pass this course. I'm pretty sure that she's all like that. I don't think she has to work, but I think this is something that is her own contentment to make her happy to say, boy, I have X, Y, Z. Whether it is we want course or not. For instance, the government have a lot of scholarships, guys. Those of you in high school, going to college, it could be a piece of cake, as in governmental funding. Those of you in primary school, I don't know if many of you still have the Jack's voucher with 200 go towards school clothes, 200 go towards books. Anybody have that? That's the same thing. I had that too. I had that when I was in primary school. There are many opportunities for you not to spend money. And you know how good you feel. You know how good I feel knowing that, boy, my father don't have to spend anything. Knowing that I don't have to worry. No, what can happen? I don't have to force myself to work while getting my education. There are lots of persons in university who work and still study because that's the only choice they have. They were not fortunate enough to have someone to pay for them to learn. Would you guys like for somebody to pay for you to go to school? As in, you're not just getting money to take your books. You could go and buy maybe a reef slippers, maybe a craft. You can spoil yourself. Don't you guys want that?
Why not?
That is the benefit of getting a scholarship. They spoil you. They spoil you to be you and be great. But not just getting a scholarship mean that, oh, I get a scholarship and just rock my hand, just relax. Scholarship keep track of you. If you do bad in a semester, that scholarship is wiped away immediately and given to somebody else who is working hard. So don't think because you have a scholarship, you will just relax and not work hard. You have to maintain your grades. You have to maintain your grades. It is not going to be easy, but you have to maintain your grades. There are persons, I know you might fail, maybe one time, but do not let that defeat you. There's a guy in my class. He was doing maths or social with myself. This is his sixth time doing that one course. Sixth time, not first time, not second time, his sixth time doing the course. It shocked me because for me personally, doing that course so many times, I could not have done that. But it just shows me that if you really want something, no matter how much time it takes to achieve it, once you have the funds at it, you will do it. Sometimes you might have group work and you have a group of persons who don't do anything. Yeah. Anybody has experienced that before?
Yes.
Right. It happens even in university. And it gets worse the higher level you go. I was in a group with they were strictly Asians, unfortunately. No other nationality. And I was really sorry for myself. I had to representation and I was standing up because I was the group lead. You know what they told me? They thought I was a teacher because the way how I speak and the way how I carry myself. They told me I am too uptight. I have an uptight leadership. I'm too strict. What did that do to me? Nothing. Because I know I have no other choice. Because I want something. They might come from a privileged family. I am not. I have to ensure that I make a pathway for not only myself, but persons after me.
Yeah.
I want to ensure that Vincentians could see that not because you're in a foreign country and you are competing with persons from Africa, Grenada, Trinidad, it doesn't mean that you cannot excel. I did that group project on my own. On my own, and I got 8 out of 10 for that group project. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. You guys might be clapping, but I wasn't happy.
Well,
If I don't get an A plus, I am not happy. A plus means I get 19 above. I wasn't happy because I knew that could have gone better if they were a bit more involved. And not because I'm a bright student, I would say, boy, I could do this all by myself. Just remember you need persons. Don't try to get to the top and stay on the top without anybody there with you. Try to help others to get up where you are. Despite they were not they wasn't that interactive, I still told the lecturer, they helped me somewhat. When they need to add their name to the slide, they helped me somehow. I don't like to see people fail. And I do not want persons to fail as a result of me. But I'm not advising you to do that because everybody has to pull their own weight at the end of the day. Yeah. So I have been experiencing this with persons and I've stayed consistent. Most of my classes in university were in the night. On a time of 5. I don't have a class now. I would have a class maybe at 7 o'clock, 7 to 9, maybe 5 to 7 sometimes. But most of my class was stationed in the night. I had 2 hours lectures. Since going to Barbados, I have never gone to sleep any earlier than 3 a.m. the next morning. And I've been doing that on a daily basis for 4 months.
so good question. You don't have classes with
I have classes, but maybe it might be like at 10 to 11, a tutorial. We have tutorial and lectures. Tutorial is where you can ask questions and go through papers, and then lectures is where they will teach you. Right? So most of my classes are stationed in night, unfortunately. And it's the same thing this semester, unfortunately. So yes, I went to sleep 3 a.m. the next morning every single day, even on Sundays, because I had to put in the work. I did 4 courses. If I seem like, oh, just 4 courses. 4 courses is equivalent to, let's see, all the subjects that you're doing and it is that heavy. In 1 2-hour lecture, we would cover 4 topics. These 4 topics have A, B, C, D, E, F in them. They are quite big. And in these lectures, they're not going to tell you, oh, stop talking. Oh, come off your phone. They're not going to do that. They will teach. Teach until the 2 hours is done. If you don't pay attention, when the exam time comes and they mark in your paper, oh, fail. You have to do the rap over. They don't care about you. They're not going to say, hi, could you please stop talking? Hey, could you turn off your cell phone? They will leave your phone and ring the whole lecture. They will even like talk the whole lecture. Because they know if you really wanted to learn what they're going to say, you would have ensured that you paid attention. So I want you guys to hold yourself accountable. Please, hold yourself accountable. You don't you do not want your parents to be wasting money. You do not want your parents to be wasting money because they're not going to be happy. Some of your parents have to go on the jobs and they have some very disrespectful boss. They might be shouting at them. They wouldn't tell you this because they don't want you to know this. They just want you to focus on your school and excel. Parents make a lot of sacrifices for you. Some of them go hungry. Some of them might give you, let's say let's say they have one bread. They would prefer give you that bread and they go hungry too. They would prefer to give you that bread and they go hungry. I want you guys to see how important this is. You might say, oh, they're my parents, they have to. Believe it or not, there are some parents who don't pay attention to their children. So be grateful to your father or mother who has sticked with you through it all. And try sometimes to help around the house. Whether you're doing little chores, you might see it as, oh, they're just working me out. But think about when you have your own house, you have your own family. Wouldn't you want your kids to help as well? I am saying that when you have your kids and you have your own home, if you would want them to help you when you're exactly, you would want their help around the home. So think of it like that. Just to close off, remember that you determine the level of success that you will get. Success is based on you and you alone. Yes, you need persons to help you along the success, but if you don't take what persons are telling you and you just do your own way, you will not become successful. So learn from others. Learn the good things from people, not the bad. Try your best and learn the good things from people. Try this week, those of you who might not know your 12 timetables, to try and learn that. Those of you who might be saying, oh, it's just a second week of school. I don't want to do all the work. Start to put in the work early.